These are the most overpowered toilets still standing in the Skibidi saga. First up on the list is the man himself, G-Toilet, the leader of all toilets, a commander, a deserter, a king. We first see him in episode 7, where the stages of the war were still primitive, and he was still in his default appearance. Just a simple, white, gigantic ass toilet bowl with laser eyes. And yeah, still creepy as hell. His size spoke to his strength, something the cameras constantly underestimated. He's the boss of this war, and he's not going down like any other lame ass toilet. And of course, as the war leveled up, so did he. In episode 38, he shows up rocking a jetpack, lasers, armor, and basically a whole upgrade package. This is G-Toilet 2.0. At this point, he was straight up winning. He already had one Titan on his side, and nearly locked down the TV Titan too. But tech in this war evolves fast, and G-Toilet 3.0 was no match for Titan Cameraman 2.0. One swing of that hammer and boom, he was gone. No worries, he comes back, and he comes back strong. In episode 67, he rolls in with a ton of upgrades. First off, check out this black armored toilet, fully plated and ready for war. Mounted on the front are 2 heavy duty laser cannons, and on the back, a jetpack. Plus side thrusters for a full 360-degree movement. This dude turned into a flying tank. And he takes on all 3 Titans at once and puts up a brutal fight. He flexes his 9 laser cannons, a powerful holographic shield, and a brand new ability to launch energy orbs straight from his reactor core. This ain't just a comeback. This is a full-on boss battle. But nothing compares to his entrance in episode 77. G-Toilet 5.0 is his latest and most advanced form. Right now, he's the most powerful Skibidi Toilet in the entire series. This new version comes with mechanical arms that switch between 2 modes, fist and laser, making him deadly in both close and long range. And get this, the arms have a built-in thrusters and jetpacks too, so they can either fight on their own or boost G-Toilet's speed when attached. Basically, he's a one-man army with detachable limbs. But G-Toilet might have been the king of the toilets, but he's not the only king in the saga. Enter the one and only Michael Jackson Toilet, the king of poop. He made his debut in episode 69, moonwalking into the scene and letting those speaker man know there's only one dancer at this party, and it's him. MJ is the only toilet in the whole saga with his own theme song. No Skibidi anthem here. His first version pulls up with style, rocking a fedora, 2 terrifying Buzzel arms, 2 claw arms on the sides of his bowl, and strider legs at the bottom, making him one of the fastest ground toilets out there. Terrifying. But after busting out of the Alpha Hills labs, we hear him soaring through the skies with the G-Squad. Finally making his entrance into battle. The real pop of the king comes in episode 77. He trades the grey toilet for a slick green one, packs 6 cyber katanas and 2 laser cannons, keeps the signature fedora, and now he's rocking sunglasses too. He straight up slices the interceptor toilet Anakin style. One clean swing. No mercy.
You did well, Anakin.
But fun fact, MJ is the only major character in the saga actually based on a real person. Next up is the only character in the saga slick enough to also rock a fedora, the Mafia Skibidi. We first see him in episode 28 leading a shady little meeting in a factory, but this version of the mobster doesn't get a happy ending. Titan Speaker Man crashes the party and gives Mafia Skibidi a full-on Will Smith slap in the face. The rule with Skibidi Toilets is simple. If you don't kill him, they come back stronger. Mafia 2.0 got a serious upgrade. Now he's rocking a metal plate on the front of his toilet, 4 strider legs, and 2 extra arms for just holding weapons. One of them, a powerful acid cannon. The other, a deadly buzzsaw. This guy's a menace, straight up Godfather style. And if his enemies in this battle weren't the Titans, he definitely would have won. But instead of glory, he got acid in the face. And of course, this time, the Titan closed his hand in an epic punch. Okay, knocked out cold by two giants. He must be dead, right? Wrong. He made a brief comeback in his newest version, the Mafia Skibidi Mutant in episode 77. Fans are waiting for a full-on appearance in episode 79, but we can already talk about some of his upgrades. Mafia Mutant has two laser emitters on his shoulders, carries two acidic guns, rocks a jetpack, and has a humanoid body like every other mutant. But the fedora stays right on his head, his signature style. And of course we couldn't leave out G.I. Jane from the list. Meet Female Skibidi Mutant. She made her debut in episode 75 by saving POV Guy from a Scout Astro Toilet. She's a badass queen in cargo pants. And she's not just here to look cool, she's got a jetpack, a laser cannon on her left arm, and 4 blade claws sticking out of her back. After barely escaping that Astro attack, we can only see her briefly in episode 77, scolding POV cameraman.
Your comrades. You did not bother saving them. Without our help, they would die.
We don't see her in action again, but with those upgrades, you know she's ready. She's got a new helmet and 2 Astro Destruction lasers mounted on her shoulders. Active for duty, baby! Whew. While the female mutant rocks those blue eyes and blonde bangs, the rest gotta make do with that creepy face and that tragic far back hairline Father Toilet gave them. Yeah, you know who it is. Next up, Isaac Kleiner, Skibidi Toilet. Yeah, Kleiner first appeared during the raid on the Alpha Hills labs. If he'd gotten in that elevator just a few seconds earlier, it would have been GG for the infiltration squad. Kleiner is loaded with laser cannons, 2 jetpack thrusters, and he's got claws on each side of his toilet. 4 strider legs, 2 tiny hands above the bowl, and to top it all off, 2 grey robotic claws with the final touch of menace. The Fook Boom said himself that Isaac is Chief Scientist Skibidi Toilet's apprentice, and word on the street is, with Chief gone, Kleiner's stepping up as G Toilet's new right-hand man. But to be the leader's right-hand man, he's gonna need a lot more, and guess what? Yeah, he's got it. In episode 78, he shows up with a mad upgrade. Isaac Kleiner 2.0 comes equipped with 2 grappling tentacle claws. He's got those 2 devices on the sides of his head, but now there's a control panel mounted right in front of his toilet. The real question remains, will he take charge as the new lab boss to battle to show off these new shiny upgrades? But now, let's talk about one of the creepiest, toughest characters around. You might know him as Pennywise's apprentice, but his real name is the Berserker Skibidi Mutant. He flexed his strength back in episode 62 by literally ripping a cameraman in half. And beside those ripped triceps, the Berserker wears a pair of headphones, which makes him immune to sound wave attacks. Of course, while they're on his head, if he gets attacked by, let's say, a glitchmobile, and the headphones get knocked off his head, then he's very susceptible to sound attacks and being stabbed. But that's not the last time we see that creepy smile. What's the Skibidi rule? If it ain't dead, it comes back worse to punch you in the face. It took him 10 episodes, a few stylish changes, and some upgrades, but he comes back as part of the G Squad. Besides the complete abandonment of the upper half clothing, the mutant now has hooks attached to each forearm and 2 laser cannons mounted on his back. But his upgrades didn't stop there, and neither did his role in the war. It was him, Berserker Mutant 2.0, who changed the fate of the Alliance. In episode 77, he and his squad saved POV cameraman and let him know that the rules of the game are changing.
Relax. We ain't here to hurt nobody. Time for us to become friends. Officially. We are not asking.
Now he's upgraded with the front armor around his shoulders, as well as reinforced plating around his toilet. He also has improved shoulder-mounted plasma cannons. If he's smiling, someone's about to regret showing up. Because he's here to smash some Astro Toilets and lead his mutant squad to victory.
Let's go.
Berserker is the biggest of the mutants. But now, let's talk about the rest of the squad. Smile like a psycho, arm like a blender, that's Buzzsaw Mutant for you. Like most mutants, Buzzel rocks headphones and sunglasses. He's not as strong as the Berserker, but just as the name says, his right hand is a buzzsaw, perfect for decapitating cameras. In a flashback from episode 78, we briefly see that he had to endure to become a mutant. But do you know what a guy with a blade for a hand is missing? That's right, another blade. His upgrade in episode 71 is sick. Now he's got 2 katanas and a forearm mounted laser cannon. But hey, you know what a guy with a blade for a hand and 2 blades on his back is missing? A glowing blade. That's right, energy cyber katanas. I never want to face this menace in the battlefield, but I gotta admit, he'd be pretty useful in the kitchen. Buzzsaw 2.0 was already a total beast, but 3.0? That's next level crazy. This dude didn't just get an upgrade. He straight up went from scary to god tier OP. Thanks to a toilet ride-along, we get a Buzzsaw's POV during the fight in episode 78. We get to see him flex not just his sword skills, but also his new dual retractable shoulder cannons and hand plasma revolvers. And I mean, I get it, the Astros are the worst, but this dude, he's borderline sociopathic.
This will be painful.
Even he was no match for the Hunter Astro Mutant. He got his right hand, arm-mounted laser cannon and buzzsaw ripped off, and he took a stab at the gut. It was almost GG for him. With the way that episode ended, there's no telling that if death was calling or if it was just a brutal cliffhanger.